You know that feeling, right? You're staring at your CV wondering why it's just not opening any doors. Well, today we're going to fix that. We're going to break down how to build a CV that doesn't just list what you've done, it sells what you can do, and most importantly, it gets you that interview. Let's dive in.
So you've sent out dozens, maybe even hundreds of applications, and all you're hearing back is crickets. It's super frustrating and honestly a really common problem. But the fix? It almost always starts with that one single document a recruiter sees first. So let's solve this thing for good.
Okay, think of your CV like a professional handshake. It's literally the very first impression you make, way before you ever get a chance to actually speak to anyone. It has to be strong, it has to be confident, and it has to make an immediate impact.
And when I say immediate, I mean it. You have seconds. That's not an exaggeration. Recruiters are looking at hundreds of these things. Yours has to grab their attention instantly. So let's make sure every single second they spend on your CV is time well spent.
A really great CV is built on a solid foundation. So now, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. We'll break down the absolutely essential sections step by step to make sure your info is laid out for maximum effect.
First up, your personal details. Let's keep this clean and professional. Your name, phone number, and a professional-sounding email, those are non-negotiable. A link to your LinkedIn profile? Yeah, that's a great touch. But please, avoid all the other stuff. Marital status, height, it's just noise that distracts from what really matters. Now here's a golden rule for the next two big sections, experience and education. Always, and I mean always, start with your most recent job or your newest degree and then work backwards. This is called reverse chronological order, and it's the industry standard for a reason. It lets a recruiter see your latest, most relevant experience first without having to dig for it. Listen up, because this is probably the single biggest upgrade you can make to your CV. Don't just list your duties, show your impact. Seriously. Anyone can say they were responsible for sales. So what? What did you actually achieve? Saying you increased sales by 15% tells a completely different and much better story. So, how do you show that impact? Well, the winning formula is actually pretty simple. It's action verbs plus metrics. You start every bullet point with a powerful verb, like increased, managed, or created. Then you back it up with a hard number, a percentage, a dollar amount, anything that proves it. This one trick transforms a boring list into a powerful story of your accomplishments. And your education section, it should be just as clear. Name of the school, your highest degree, what you studied, and when you graduated. That's it. And remember, that reverse chronological rule applies here too. Just keep it simple and easy to scan.
All right, let's talk skills. The name of the game here is relevance. I want you to think in two buckets. You've got your hard skills. These are the teachable technical things like software or languages. And then you have your soft skills, your interpersonal strengths like communication and teamwork. But here's the crucial part. Only list the skills that are directly relevant to the specific job you're applying for.
Okay, you've got the core sections totally nailed down. Awesome. Now, let's talk about the little details that take a CV from just good to great. These are the pro tips that add that final layer of polish and make you look like a serious professional.
If you only take one single thing away from all of this, please let it be this. Never, ever send a generic CV. A tailored CV will beat a generic one every single time. You have to read the job description and then tweak your CV to match what they're looking for. It shows you've actually done your homework and you're genuinely interested in that role.
And what about length? Simple. Keep it short. If you have less than 10 years of experience, your absolute maximum is 2 pages. Honestly, 1 page is even better. It forces you to be ruthless and include only your most powerful, impactful information.
And finally, the finishing touches. Use a clean, standard font. Nothing fancy. Proofread it until your eyes hurt. Then have a friend proofread it. A single typo can make you look careless. And always, I'm going to say it again, always save and send your CV as a PDF. This locks in all your formatting so it looks perfect no matter what device they open it on. So, we have covered a lot of ground. Before you go and hit send on that next job application, let's just pull everything together into a simple final checklist to make sure you've got all your bases covered. Just ask yourself these 5 quick questions. Are your achievements backed up with real numbers? Did you tailor it for this specific job? Is it 1 or 2 pages long max? Has a fresh pair of eyes checked it for errors? And is it saved as a PDF? If you can say yes to all of those, my friend, you are ready to go. So remember, your CV isn't just some boring document. It's the story of your professional journey, and more importantly, your potential. You now have all the tools to make that story compelling, impactful, and the kind of story that gets you one giant step closer to your next big opportunity. Now, go make it happen.